Hey guys, it's Mel. It's that time. So I wanted to get this video in so that we can get started. Sorry if you hear the Mr. Softy truck going by right this moment when I start my video. But anyway, I'm so excited. I just posted this video last night and I got so much a response that I had to close the video down, the sign-ups down so that it didn't get out of control. I still think that, you know, it's a good sized group of us, but I broke it up into two groups to try to make things a little bit more doable for everyone. And yeah, so basically in a minute, I'm going to go through all the names of everybody who made it in. If you did not make it in, or if we, you know, chatted, I tried to do the best that I can. If for some reason your name wasn't called and you're interested in doing it, please don't be discouraged, and I hope you join any future groups that I definitely will have in the future. So don't worry if you didn't make it in this one, but I tried to get the majority, if not everyone, that I spoke to. So I may have missed a few, and I'm sorry if I missed you. But I think we did pretty good in getting on there, and I did pretty good by marking this closed. So hopefully that we can get this stopped here, and then I basically want to announce your name so that everyone knows that you are entered into the group so that you can get started, because we have a minimal time frame, and I try to do it that way so it keeps it exciting, and you know, the sooner we get done, the sooner I get them, the sooner I can get them out to you. So I'm going to go over a bunch of the rules, and at the end of this video, what I need you guys to do, what I need from you is to stay tuned. It's easier for me to do video updates, and I would love it if after every one of these videos, I do other videos on my channel. You don't have to watch them if you don't want to, like, you know, crafty videos, D-stash videos, blah, blah, blah. But the ones that I title Mel's Diecut swap, Mel's end of summer Diecut swap, however I word it. Make sure that you comment below and let me know that you're seeing these messages, that you're seeing these updates, just so I know everybody's in the loop, just so I know that everybody's aware that they made it in the group. It's up to you guys to follow that, so I don't have to hunt you down, just to make things easier for me. If you have any questions, as always, you can message me below. I'm going to try to go over everything in this video, and I will do reminders as we go along, but so, you know, right before it's time to send things out. So I just want to go over a few things. So before I do that, I'm going to mention the group's names, and I just kind of split them down the middle. There are 11 to each group, and meaning you're going to have to make, and so please let me know at the end of this video if you entered but now you think you can't, because now would be the time to tell us, and I may have to come back on and do an update and say this one dropped out, or we have one less person, blah blah, but I'm hoping you all can stay, and I think this is doable. So anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm sorry if I mispronounce any of your names. I'm very happy to see that some of you are from previous swaps. That makes me feel excited. So let's get started. And so for group one, Group 1's going to have 11 people. Group 2 is going to have 11 people. Group 1 is as follows. Sarah Swaney, Lynn Lopez. I may have written this down wrong or misspelled some of these, but you know, for the most part, I think you guys can identify your name. But I don't know if it was Lil or Lynn Lopez, but you emailed me, so Lynn, you're in. Miss Lopez, Monica Silcott, Shanna Tackett, you were in one before. A few of you have been, and I'm probably saying your name wrong. I'm so sorry. I just want to say Shayna or Shanna, so I'll have to go double check what that is. MLPS Betty, I just recognize you from comments, which is so fun to me because I know a lot of you comment on my videos, and I'm happy to welcome you to some swaps. And I believe your name is Becky Junker, so Becky Junker, you're in. Bridget Gonzalez, Deborah Ramos, I think she was in one before. Miss Andrea, I don't know if it's Andre Gould. That's your YouTube name. So you're in, and you actually live very, very close to me. I want to say within a half hour, so that's cool. We'll have to chat about that later. Sarah Grab, you are in. Miss Vicky, she's Crafty Gal 32, so welcome aboard. Elizabeth Hoskins, this is one that I'm unsure. I think you wanted to be in. You were asking some questions. If you don't, please let me know. But I have you in here in group 1. So that's group 1. And now group 2 is Miss Jean. She was in a few swaps before. She's the Nona of 7. She is a total sweetie pie. and her crafty skills are amazing. So, along with Miss Isabel Juarez, I remember you. You did such a good job on other swaps, so you were in another swap too, and a lot of you are, and you all did well. So let's go back to the beginning. Jean, Nona of 7, Jen Clem, welcome aboard. Isabel Juarez, Mel Jones, she's Melanie Jones, so welcome aboard, Melanie. Mel Baylor, that's me. So I'm in group 2. Kristen Smith, Lindsay Kaba, I'm excited that you're joining the group. I've had you comment on a few of my videos, so I'm happy to see that you're joining a swap. Miss Denise Wright, you're on board. Rebecca Creates, Miss Kim Weaver, my buddy, and Scrapbooking for Life. So that's group 2. So I need you guys to comment, and I need to find out, some of you, I know your YouTube names, and it was hard because some of you, we got emailed with our actual names, but I need to make sure, you know, what everyone's email name, and I'll get to that. So, welcome aboard. If after you hear the details of this video, please let me know if you're unable to join at that point. I hope you're all still in, and we'll go from there. So a few things I want to go over is there's 2 groups of 11. I have to check this phone real quick. Hold on. Where is it? Okay. Hold on. What's my hubby saying? Okay, Maya.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so...
I'm doing a video, but you can talk.
Alright, so we can go?
Yes, but you have Talia?
Uh-huh.
Okay, be careful.
Okay.
Come right back in and check in when you're back. Okay, sorry guys. Those of you who watch me know what goes on in my videos. I'm answering my husband, and I'm messaging I'm talking to my daughter. So, okay, back to this. So we have 2 groups of 11. So in those groups, you obviously are not going to make a package for yourself. And what you're basically going to have to do, so that's why I split into 2, so you don't have to do 100 die cuts, you have to do 50. And I know that's going to sound like a lot, but if you do a few each night, like if you do 10, I'm going to do all mine like probably together, or try to anyway, or cut them all out and then assemble them another day. But what you're basically going to need to do, everyone in each group is going to have to make 10 individual bags. And in those bags need to contain 5 different die cuts each. Okay? So again, you're going to have 10 bags, and each bag is going to have 5 of your die cuts in it. And they need to be different die cuts. Like, you don't want to give someone all, you know, the same die cut. You're going to want to give them 5 different. You can make, you know, say for your 50 that you have to make, you can make 5 each of the same thing is what I'm going to do, right? Does that make sense? 5 each, so 5, 10. Yeah. So out of your 5, you can make 5 bears, and then say, just for example, you can make 5 bears, 5 bunnies, 5, you know, whatever else, and, you know, whatever you're totaling 5 things, and then you put one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these in a bag. So hopefully that makes sense. So again, that's 10 individual bags you're going to need to make, and you can put them into, like sandwich bags are okay, but just like with anything, like I said with the dies, the more you do them up, the more exciting you make them, the funner it is for the recipient. I've seen people use glassine bags. I've seen people make their own little packages with patterned paper. Maybe you have the envelope punch board, and you can make your own little thing to enclose your die cuts, or tie a little ribbon on them, or put little tags on them. The cuter, the better. The more effort you take, the better. You know, think of how fun that will be to receive. So yes, you are making 50, but you will, if everybody, you know, if nobody drops out, you'll be getting 50 back. So, you know, it's a good variety of die cuts, and that's what I think is fun. But again, you don't want to put like 5, like say this was your die cut, and I'm going to go over this. This is a no-no. But if say these were, you had 5 of these, you don't want to give them all the same thing. You want to give a variety. So hope that makes sense. So the next is, I'm going to email all of you within the next few days, but really it could be all the way up until, say, that I'll definitely get it to you by the 15th. And if it's, say, August 10th, and you still don't have my mailing address, just message me and say, hey Mel, it didn't come through, and hopefully I'll get back to you, and I will definitely try right away so that you have my address. So you might not get it today, but soon I will be emailing all all of you. You guys don't have to email me your address, because when you send me in your package, and I'll go over this again, when you send me your package, and your package should contain the 10 individual bags with 5 die cuts each. So once all those are in there, you're also going to include, let me see if I have one. I probably do. Where is one of these? That's not it. I'm looking for, here we go. So these are the flat rate, the priority mail envelopes. Okay. You guys have seen these, the flat rate envelopes. And if any of you are not in the U.S., and because I also stated U.S. and Canada were accepted in this swap for this one, and if you are from Canada, just let me know, because you and I will have to make special arrangements, because I'll actually have to go to the post office with your mailing info and get you an estimate, and then pay for your postage, and then you can reimburse me. That's how I'll do. So anyone from Canada was welcome, as long as you're okay with, because you guys cover your own return shipping. So basically, you guys send me a package. Your package to come to me doesn't necessarily have to be flat rate either, if you think you can save a few bucks by just doing it first class, because, and I'll go over these deadlines. If you mail it out by the 15th, even if it's first class and you're in the U.S., it should get to me within a week, you know, by the 20th. So it would be great if you could mail it to me priority, even when you mail it to me, but it's not recommended, as long as you get some type of tracking on it, just so that you know if it's taken, a little extra time, so that way we can keep an eye on it. But, it's preferred, but it's not a must to send it to me. But in your return package, you do have to, and you can fold it like this. So say you are, getting your package ready, and let's just say, here's like your little baggies. There's one. You stick all your 10 baggies in, and then you stick this in as well. And let me say if I have another one. So say you're, this is your folded, and just say this was the same one. You stick that in there with all your others, and you seal it. So that way in here, and make sure the one that you're sending me folded, the next one, make sure that you send it to where it's going, put your address, so it's going to go back to you, because I'm going to use that same envelope to go to you. And you can also go, when you go to the post office to pick this up, you can get a stamp that says $5.95 or whatever to cover it. You just say, I need a stamp for this, and you can pay for it right there, and it'll be your stamp will be right on it. It'll be ready to go. So basically, I'm going to open this, divvy up all your packages, stick them in there, and then seal it and give it back to you. And, that way we'll have less errors on the address, because you guys are less likely to mess up your own addresses, as I would. So just to help you out, this is what the package looks like. So you mail it to me, and you include an additional one in there, pre-addressed and pre-postage paid. Postage paid, self-addressed. That's very important. A lot of people were forgetting to put their own address on there. And if it's easier, I have a bunch of these. If it's easier for you and you're comfortable, some people did this last time. They just send six $1 bills in there. I mean, it's always a risk sending cash in the mail, but it worked out fine, and we got everyone's. And I will just do it myself, and I'll get it, I'll take it to the post office and get your shipping and your envelope, because these are easy to get. So if you can't obtain these, or if you forgot it, just make sure you include the shipping. So whether you want to do it, include $6 in there, or if you want to do it yourself, either way is fine with me. Just make sure that you do one way or the other. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to email you all within the week or so. So give me some time. It's not all going to be today, because it's going to take me a while to email all of you. With my mailing address. And then you must include 10 individual packages plus a self-address. We just went over this. Postage paid flat rate envelope. Okay? So that's what they look like. Alright, here's the deadlines. Must be mailed out on August 15th. So by August 15th, this is very, very, very important. All your packages need to go out. So we only have 10 days. So it sounds like not a lot, but it's definitely doable. Even I work too. I got some little kitties. So you just, even if it's whether you plan on doing a few a night, or if you say you have, like me, I have Sundays off, and I'm like, all right, Sunday I'm dedicating at least the morning to getting my commitments done, or whatever. However you need to do it, just make sure you plan that time to get those things done. So your packages must be mailed out to me on or before the 15th and received by me no later than the 20th. Okay, so I need to have them by the 20th because I'm going to start to, it's going to take me a few days and I have to divvy out all your packages. I usually lay them on my living room floor, and then I have everybody's return, letter, envelope right above it. And then I put all your new packages that are your goodies that are going to come out to you. So that's going to be a lot of work for me. So just try to make things easier, and don't forget your postage paid and your self-addressed envelopes. And, try to be timely on getting this out. If you can get it out earlier, great. But if not, I totally understand because we're on a time crunch. So they have to be mailed out by August 15th and received by me in the mail by August 20th. Not mailed out by the 20th, mailed out on the 15th. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, and then I had a few questions, and I'm going to answer them all here together, even though it was just an individual person who asked me, just so maybe this will answer any of your questions. Anything goes as far as theme. And also, someone asked, are we just sending the pieces of the particular die cut, or, for them in a baggie for them to assemble? No. For this one, I want to have them all assembled, because this one, the point of it is that, they're ready, and you have this embellishment ready to go to use on your future projects. So that's my sister. Nobody calls me until I'm doing videos. So anyway, so as far as theme goes, anything goes. It can be baby themed. It can be boy, girl. Like it could be Christmas. It could be holiday. It could be bunnies. It could be hearts. It could be, so you get the point. It can be anything you want. Like you could mix little boy stuff, little girl stuff, maybe more vintagey things. I mean, I'm not personally into vintage, that look, but maybe somebody is, and you could just do a variety. So any type of die cut you want to do, you're free to choose. It's not like it's just girl themed or just hearts or whatever. For this one, it's a free-for-all. So that should make things easier and more fun for you. Also, I said this before, as far as die cuts go, it can be anything from your big shot. So if you're using like these, let me show you. I just got these from Gina Marie. So if you're using these, it can be like, and it can even be this could count as your die cut. If you're cutting one, this, and it could be like their card panel, that's fine, as long as it has some type of funness on it. But when I say die cuts, and this is what I wanted to show you, that when I said that was a no-no, we're not looking for things like this, like just a quick punch out thing. Something that you took your little time on. And it doesn't have to be quite this intricate, but I'm just going to give you an idea of the ones I'm going to plan to make. Not these exact ones, but just along this nature. But like this one's very detailed, so they don't need to be all like this. But what I mean by it's not just going to be a punched out heart and then that's it. And if that's all you have, and that's the case, dress it up with either stickles or cut it out in glitter paper, or use your white gel pen to embellish it. Try to put some love into them so that it's more fun for the recipient to use versus just the plain old. So that's what I mean by that, and hopefully that answers a lot of questions. Here's some other examples, and again, these are a little more intricate, but that's just what I like to do. I have fun paper piecing and do the edge, and I'll do like a little assembly line. So I know I have to make 50, so I'll cut them out. So you can either cut them out on your, using your your dies and roll them through, which I might do some of them, or you can use your SVGs on your Cricut Explorer, or maybe you have a Cricut Expression or a Cameo. Whatever machine you have, you can do SVG cuts, but I'd prefer if they weren't just, solid, plain, no type of details on them. So like, make it nice for your recipient. So like even something like this, like see how there's stickles on there, or just the different color paper, or just do them up nice is all I mean. So we're not, that's how I could explain that. Like not just something plain. Try to do something where like, oh, that's ready to go. You could use right on the side of a photo or whatever. And it's up to you on size. Like this is probably the biggest I would go, like say the size of your hand. Because this you could still fit on there, or you could go that way, or anything smaller. So I'd say A2 size card, front size, or smaller. It doesn't have to be the exact, but just around those sizes if you're wondering sizing. You could go smaller so that they could use it smaller. Just all I ask is that you guys take your time and, show your true craftiness. And you know, in your, show your love in your work, just as you probably always do. This is just another one that this is a little gift card holder I got from my sister, and it says Mani and Petty Time, and this was a little SVG cut, and I hand cut all because it didn't have these little painted toenails, and I just used my white gel pen to put a little shine on there, and like the ribbon and the little jelly dots. So this is older, you know, I gave it to my sister, but she gave it back to me for a video. So just fun stuff like that people can use, I think will be really, really nice. So I think I covered everything on here. So as far as sizing, as far as what you want to cut, but I just wanted to bring these to, you know, out so that you guys know the difference between, you know, something like you put a little more effort into. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. If, you know, maybe you get the Miss Kate's Cuttables freebies every day, because you can, even with the freebies, you can really dress them up and use your, you know, maybe you have glitter paper or vellum. Like I said, just dress it up in that way. It doesn't have to be, you know, super dimensional. Just, you know, take your time on it. It's all I ask. So hopefully this cleared up a lot of questions. So make sure they're assembled. Like you wouldn't want to send somebody with all these pieces, because they might have a hard time figuring, like, wait, is this the foot or the hand or the, you know, whatever. So have them done up so that they're ready to go for that person. I think that's what's going to be fun. So you do that, and you just make sure that you have, when you're ready, all your little individual bags separated already for me with your 5, like say this was, let's count out, I can grab 5 things on my table. So here's 1, 2, 3, so let's say 4, and here we go. This would not count, but say that's 5. So then I have my 5 things, and then say this is my baggie. Put them all in one bag, and then to get your next 5, and then you have your 10 little baggies. And then you stick your baggies into your envelope, you know, so say this is your envelope. So keep that in mind too, that this is the envelope that it needs to fit in. And, you know, you could probably put layers of 2 or 3, you know, because they're going to be, you know, in your little bags. And then you put them in, and you fit them all in there, and you know, you get it, and make sure your letter to me, you know, your self-addressed, your self-stamped postage is in there. So make sure you don't forget your address and your postage, and include that in here. And again, if you don't want to do that, just, you know, write me a little note and say, hey Mel, here's my $6, can you do it? And I will have no problem doing that. But if you do it that way, you just have to email me your address to write on the front. So it would be easier for me if you guys just do it, get your envelope and put it in there with your things. So like say this was your empty one, stick it in this one, and it should fit, you know, with all your little baggies of goodies. So it's going to be, you know, filled up, but they'll still fit. Okay, so then that'll get to me. So I will work on getting you guys my address through email, and then after a while, if you haven't got it, please reach out to me and let me know if you didn't. So here's just a quick look at the names. Sorry if I spelled any wrong. Please comment below all of these update videos, and stay tuned on my channel for update videos, because that's how I'm going to do it. Videos, I might have to say, hey guys, this person dropped out. Now we have this count. So as we go, you have to, it's up to you to come back to my channel and check for updates so that we're all in the loop. So welcome aboard, everybody. Now that I got all those details out, please let me know if you're still aboard, you're still excited, and we will go from there. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.